Hello everyone. Been a while since the last tablet review, but I got a new one in, and I literally haven't opened the box yet. But what I've got here is the Onda V80 or V812. Looks like it's an 8-inch tablet, 4x3 form factor with a quad-core processor and 2 gigs of RAM. Those are the major selling points or differentiating points on this. Also, it's an IPS screen. As you can see, nice retail packaging. And on the side, all in Chinese, so I can't read it, but I can tell you it's, looks like 8-inch there. It's Android 4.1. Again, good retail packaging. Open it up here, and inside, got some styrofoam on the front there. Here's the tablet. A lot of practice on this. It's been such a long time. Alright, inside the box we've got a power adapter. Uses USB, and it is 5V, 2500 milliamps. It's a pretty high milliamp. Usually 2000 is about the size you see. So it goes aside, and micro USB connector there. And it looks like we actually get a manual, like a full manual. And I don't see anything else in the box. So say the box aside, packaging aside, and let's check our little manual here. Always learn how to open a manual. Alright, inside. Manual appears to be in Chinese also, front and back, but some nice pictures there. Okay, setting that aside. Tablet itself, got a little bit of weight to it. There we go. And again, this is the Onda V812. This comes from merrymobiles.com, as all the tablet reviews that I've done have. 8-inch form factor, 1024 by 768 resolution, and IPS screen. As you can see, it does come with a screen protector installed. And it looks like it's a nice metal back, which is what gives it some weight. Got some nice packaging there. Onda model there with the serial number. And you can see it's got a nice little beveled kind of edge here. On the top you've got a headphone jack and looks like a speaker. It also has dual cameras, so there's a camera on the back here and a camera on the front, and looks like I hit the power button to boot it up. And 64-bit it says, 2 gig of RAM, 4.1 Android, it says 4K, I'm thinking that's the color of the screen. 5 megapixel camera, probably on the back. And while this is booting, on the bottom here you can see ports. We've got the power here, and then we've got HDMI, so it comes with HDMI. There's the micro USB. This would be the microphone, external SD slot, and I believe that's a home button. And that is all for the buttons. You got 2 buttons on the bottom here. So, looks like we boot it up. Here's your front camera, by the way. Gonna zoom in here. Looks like you've got a lot of Chinese apps here. Initially, those can probably be disabled. And again, some specs. I didn't even give you the specs. I said this was quad-core. This is running a new processor. It's the Allwinner A31 Quad-core. And the graphics processor is the PowerVR SGX544. It's running Android 4.1. We'll go into settings here. That's new. White for the background of the settings. Scroll down, about tablet. V812 Core 4. Baseband version. Looks like the firmware is dated December 28th-ish. If you did need to change the language, a little button, little icon there. It's actually set for Australia. And change it to the US, but as you can see, a very large selection of language choices for Android 4.1. And you can also check out, I've got a huge tutorial video that kind of goes through all of this for you and just advises how to set things up. Security, location services, we'll go ahead and turn those on. Apps, and battery, shows you what's running. Storage, looks like we've got 2 gigs for app storage and 12 gigs for data storage. It's a 16 gig device. The brightness, get set the brightness there. And as you can see, the IPS screen gives you a lot of viewing angle. So that's really good. Like a 5-minute. Screen adaptation, used to adjust size for games on screen. So you can tell it to change the display mode. Sound, data usage, and Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, you can always go and change your Wi-Fi settings. So I'm going to get connected here. Pause the video. Okay, I got the Wi-Fi connected, so that way we can do some further testing. As you can see, the screen on this is really nice, very responsive. There's a lot of widgets everywhere. Looks like you can change the desktop wallpaper. Confirm. Oh, you can take screenshots. Also have volume controls here. And looks like... And in terms of apps, comes with this 4K video player app, browser, your standard apps. Looks like it does come with a market. And pausing video, be back. Okay, logged in with a Google account. And it did come up and said there are updates available. Screenshot captured. We're going to accept the terms. So as you can see, the market does work. Checking apps here. Top paid. Looks like a pretty open market. There's SKYPE right there and Netflix. All available to download. So we'll download those and we'll give them a test. And I'll let you know how that works out. And as you can see, very responsive device. This Allwinner chip seems to be doing a nice job. We'll have to run a benchmark or two just to see how it goes. And it wanted to manually update some of the apps here. We'll come back to that. Now if you want to remove an app, some of these Chinese apps like the Chinese YouTube, click there, drag it up, and it won't remove it, but you can disable it, so that way it's not running in the background and it's not in your options as an available program. There you go. So we're going to force stop it, and then we're going to disable it. And now, when we go back in here, if I can click the right spot, you see it's no longer in there. So you can go through and do this with all the apps, which I'll do here in a minute. Now another nice thing about Jelly Bean and Ice Cream Sandwich and the Android 4.0 platform is you can swipe and close out existing or open programs through there. So I'm going to turn the video off. I'm going to test Netflix, test Skype, and some other different things, and then we'll come back and take a gander. But overall, the device is performing very well. And actually, let's just pull up one website real quick. And we're just going to go to Mary Mobile's website. Mary Mobile's a great site. I recommend them to friends and family. I've used them on my purchases, and they also provide these devices for review. They really do try to do right by their customers. And the 812, go. Now as you can see, they have this device listed for $188.99. Very nice price. It's a quad-core device, 8-inch, 16 gig, and you can see all the different accessory options you can add on. This wireless keyboard, by the way, is a really snazzy little device. I've actually got it right here, but has the Wi-Fi. Pulls out here. I'll be posting a review on that I did. Good device for presentations or if you connect this up to a TV. And so as you can see here, Allwinner A31 Quad-core, the graphics I told you, 2 gig, IPS capacitive screen, multi-touch, everything that way, wireless, HDMI port. Does not have built-in Bluetooth, but that's not really a standard feature on most tablets. So we'll test some other things and I'll come back. Thanks. Alright, so I'm back with the device, and I gotta say I am very impressed by this little tablet. It's just so buttery smooth in responsiveness. When I was removing programs that I didn't want, I mean, it was just like silk. It just really responds nicely. I mean, all this junk, you can just slide it up. It just disappears. So probably one of the best tablet experiences I've had in terms of the OS and just general responsiveness. I'm going to run through some different benchmarks. We'll speed up the video so we can get them in just so you can see the results. Might even just skip showing the benchmark running and just show the results. Okay, and here we are with the results. Total score was 12,751. And we'll just zoom in on this. 12,751, CPU came out 4737, GPU 5628, RAM 1553, and input-output 833. And it looks like it is running at 1 GHz, quad-core 768 by 976 because of the status bar. There we go. This device, 12,751, says it's below the S3 and the Note 2, but in terms of responsiveness, very responsive. Alright, going to run a couple more benchmarks, and I'm just going to pop the video on for the results of them. Okay, here's the results. Click yes. And it looks like this puts it at 3172, just below the Transformer Prime and the HTC One. Total 3172, CPU was 7336, memory 2798, input output 3111, 2D 285, and 3D 2329. Moving on to another benchmark. This is WinPeg. Running it. Graphic 424 for the total. CPU came in at 1944. Memory at 597, and file system at 191. Moving on, and a Mark II. Alright, Nanomark came in at 60.8 frames per second. That is phenomenal. That's the highest Nanomark I've seen. And we'll do one more benchmark here, pass mark. And run benchmark. Okay, here's our results. Submitting the results. Okay. And looks like the system came out at 1920, the GPU at 5830. Disk test 4707, memory test 1101, 2D at 1929, and 3D at 726. If we go into the comparison here, you can see the device ranked second underneath the Transformer Prime. Again, underneath Transformer Prime. Top in disk mark comparison. Low on the memory mark, 2D though top, and 3D came low. But again, overall this device is one of the best performers that I've used, just in terms of OS joy. Alright. Now, some other things that I've tested and I can verify. I can verify that Skype works, Netflix works, Skype works with both cameras. As we saw, it does come with the full market, no Bluetooth, does have HDMI. It doesn't charge by USB, but you can connect an external mouse and keyboard using a little adapter, and you can also connect USB thumb drives. And I just want to check one other thing. I want to see if the location works. Google Maps, accurate to 70 meters. So yes, location-based services do work. And again, it's quad-core CPU, great little device. We can even go into the setting system panel here, app that I downloaded, menu, device info. And in here you can see the different information. And again, it's only operating at 1 GHz, but with the quad-core, it really doesn't matter. And it probably will also save on battery life by only running at 1 GHz. And you can see the 1024 by 720 dimensions is what it's saying now in this orientation. So overall, I think this is going to be a snazzy little device. Pay attention to the forums and should be able to build a nice little community around this one. And also with Android 4 you can swipe all of these off or just hit the X and close them out. Screen brightness, good screen brightness. Turn off your notifications, airplane mode. Overall, I think it's going to be a great device. Thanks for watching.